Yeah, it's your boy Fist in his eyes. Bring another great edition of Advanced Warfare for me to you. I don't know if it's a great edition or a great. I don't know how to say that because I'm not really feeling that way. You know, it's been a week since I posted my last video, and there's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, there's just a barrage of reasons. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start off. Like I don't want to show everything about it on and show you the stuff. Here I'm using the MP11, trying to be a little bit different. I think that was basically it. Just a little bit different. First of all, I want to point out this: if you're not following me on Twitter, that's mostly where I hang out and talk about it. And maybe I'll stream from time to time, if the game is good enough. But anyways, so the last time we talked. It was 99 questions, and I gave Michael Condrey, the director, the owner of Sledgehammer, co-owner, a very good question. I mean, I formulated a question that didn't demean him, anything like that. Everybody thought it was a great question, and it was about SBMM, and he didn't answer it. He chose not to answer it, and I just wanted for this all to go through, and I showed pictures on Twitter of all the evidence. I mean, like, does it really matter? Probably it doesn't. Not in the realm of everything in the world, but to point out to you people out here, if you're wondering why Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is the worst Call of Duty Online out of all games that were ever made. Well, I mean, I'm showing you and telling you why. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that don't have the internet, that just are clueless. So I posed a question to Michael Condrey. If you don't know what SBMM is, it's matchmaking based on skill base. Skill based matchmaking is what it is. So it's skill based matchmaking, and basically what it does is it pairs you together with people who are basically the same skill level as your own. So that takes precedence over connection, over everything. So right after your very first game of you buying this console, you get thrown in with people who've been playing this game for months and weeks, who are really good at the game. Versus, for example, whoever has the best connection, you get thrown in, and it's more of like, okay, you're not going to get thrown in with a bunch of players that are really good. Like, you had one good game, you get thrown into a game of people that are just crazy good, and they'll destroy you. And so the point being is I posed this question to Michael Condrey, and he ignored it. He said he would answer it. I even asked him, and these questions were like, hey, as long as you don't, swear at me, la la la, I'll answer the question that makes sense. And it was a great question. There was like 1,000 retweets. Everybody loved this question. I mean, and he didn't answer it. So basically, to me, it's like, okay, they're not going to change this. And I don't know why. But the point being is the reason why you're having such bad games online is because their skill-based matchmaking takes precedence over everything. So regardless of where you live in the world, you will be paired up with somebody based on your skill. And therefore, you might have a good game, you might not have a good game. Based on, okay, if there's not enough people in your area that are up at the time and play the game, yeah, great. And the fact that all the weapons are the worst, the most terribly balanced weapons of all time, that run parallel with kill streaks that make sense. I mean, there's only 2 relevant weapons in the game. It is so bad, I don't even know where to start. So, that was the end of the 99 questions. He didn't even answer the first one. He couldn't answer the question about skill-based matchmaking. It is the worst online matchmaking, as far as, it's the worst online matchmaking. You have new players who get this game on Christmas. And I did the experiment. I actually went and started a new account on Xbox Live, and I was ranked level 1, and it put me in with a bunch of people at the same level. And right after the first match, because I went like 3.3 or something like that, it threw me in with a bunch of of high ranked skill players. So it was kind of like it was double negative redundant. Not only did they take the new players and if you do good and you get thrown in with a bunch of prestiges, it kills new audiences in both ways because you have a bad connection based on skill-based matchmaking, and it throws you in with a bunch of other players that are really hard asses, and it just kills the whole. It kills the whole community. It fractures everybody. And by the way, I posted a picture to him saying, "Look, here's my picture of me trying to get a game in Ground War. I couldn't even get a game because there's nobody within my rank levels parameters. I couldn't get a game, and that's why I made the new tag, and that's why I was in the game, and I had a new tag, new everything. I have to make a new tag just to go back and play this game. I don't know what else to say. This game is just by far." I don't understand the only thing that I can think of is like they're pressuring everybody. Listen, this is the way the game is going to be, and you better get used to it. It's going to be based on your skill, and we're trying to groom you for esports, and eventually we're going to weed out everybody, and we're going to take the losses, and it's going to be the worst selling Call of Duty of all time, and that's just the way it's going to be, and eventually we'll turn it around, and everybody's going to play this game for esports, and that's all it's going to be. And I just can't believe it. Like, are they that naive and stupid to think that's their plan? Because that's all I can think of. So anyways, if you want to see all the story unfold, I'm not going to sit here and cut and paste and all that shit and do all the stuff to prove it. Just go back and look at my timeline on Twitter, /Fist, and it'll explain everything. And it's hell of annoying. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this commentary. I'll do one on Fist 2. Until next time, peace. I'm out.